The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Well, hello and welcome to the 2024 U15 Western Canadian Championship on AccessNow Sports. We're live from the Battleford Flats in Battleford, Saskatchewan as we tee up the semifinal. Twin City Angels and Calgary Adrenaline, joined by Roger Black here. And Roger, the first inning got underway a little bit early and it didn't amount to too much for Calgary. One runner left on and no score. So as we head for the bottom of the second, it's been a tight contest already.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jay, the first inning was just one single by the shortstop, the Calgary Adrenaline shortstop, and the pitcher for Twin Cities shut the door of that inning for sure.
Ella Kabelski pitching for Calgary, and that a little high, but tall first baseman Nola Cleary reaches to grab it for the first out of the game. And both of these teams finished 4-0 after the round robin, then lost a game, which meant really from that point on it was win or go home the rest of the way. So who wins and who goes home, we will find out. But Jordan Zazula goes out first, and we're up with Cam Hooper. I'll get you the defensive lineup in just a second, but a first strike call for Cam Hooper. Ella Kabelski, really the ace for Calgary, pitching 2 wins in the tournament so far, and she's on the mound right now, throws very hard.
Yeah, watching her yesterday, she's just really consistent, throwing lots of strikes. You know,
what a catch
over there.
What a catch by number 16, Julia Proudfoot, coming all the way in and diving for that catch. As you can see, that is an excellent view there. So defensively, let's get you a lineup. Catching for the Calgary, 27, Brooke Watts behind the plate. Pitching, as I told you, Ella Kabelski on first, Nola Cleary. Second base, Michaela Robertson, Riley Backer at shortstop, Morgan Watmo at third, and then we just saw a highlight reel catch from the left fielder, number 16, Julia Proudfoot. Cami O'Callahan has had a great tournament. She's in center field. And then Blake Wieland is the right fielder today, number 18.
Yeah, up right now is number 35, Delaney Allman for the Twin City Angels. She's the second baseman.
Delaney Allman has had an excellent tournament at the plate as well. And we're going to get you some stats on that as we get into things. But that's really what they're hoping to do, is jump on the bats early. As we talk to Twin City coaches, they say they've been very well-rounded throughout this tournament, but against a very good defensive team like Calgary, they have to get on the bats.
Yeah, that's for sure, Jay. That's, you know, that little momentum builder right away is huge, just like that.
Big on 2-out rallies. Twin City doing a great job, and that is a culmination of 2 great ball communities, Warman and Martinsville.
Yeah, they did a smart thing, I thought, is put the two communities together and start with an A and B and C teams, and they're very deep, all the groups that they have in the girls' fastball there.
Well, this is the batter that Twin City probably wants up right now. 12 for 13 in the tournament at the plate so far. Ava Anderson.
That's an incredible percentage right there.
Yeah, she's done very well. And looking to continue that on a 2-out rally. So she takes a first strike, fouls that off. High pitch, a riser, ends up just low enough to be called a strike, so down 2 strikes. Ella Kabelski, as we talk about 2 wins so far in the tournament.
And I find in this ball, there's not as much stealing as you'd see normally.
Another hit for Ava Anderson, gets on base. which will bring up another solid hitter for Twin City. Kendall Merton has gone 9 for 14 in the tournament so far, with 2 on, 1 at second base. Delaney Ulmer and Ava Anderson with that hit. And again, 13 out of 14 at the plate.
That's incredible in any ball, no matter what age group. The major league guys would love that batting average.
She was one of the players that were picked up to play for the Nationals. So there are 4 of those. We'll get some more information on that as we get into the day's activity. Little bit of a delay. Umpires talking to each other. Heard some of the fans talking about some potential interference. Looks like they've ruled it to be safe.
So a little controversy there on interference of the runner, but all's well with 2 out. Runners on first and second. Kendall Merton up.
Ball low. Good stop by Watts behind the plate.
I was just reiterating before that there's not much stealing in this ball. Pretty good catching group. All through every team's got somebody with a cannon, so you don't see much base stealing.
Takes a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Calgary looking to get out of this, and again, defense has been the hallmark for that team. As we saw Julia Proudfoot making a highlight reel catch and ending up hitting it hard to shortstop, where Riley Backer tosses it to Morgan Watmo, and that is where we stand. So after 1 complete, it is 0-0. We head for the top of the second in just a moment, right here on Access Now Sports.
Tune in for your chance to win big with Access Communications Children's Fund TV Bingo every Saturday at 5, with a prize board between $7,000 and $15,000. Cards are $14, with all proceeds going to the Access Communications Children's Fund. Watch and play every Saturday at 5 for your chance to win TV Bingo, only on Access Now TV. This week's jackpot is $4,000 in 53 numbers or less.
I'm Brendan McGuire. Join me and my co-host Marshall Hamilton every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for In the Huddle, with special guest panelists and a weekly breakdown of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Catch us on Access Now TV and the Access Now app.
Style, performance. Upgrade your daily driver to the new 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLB 250. The ultimate in automotive luxury can be yours for $419 bi-weekly at Mercedes-Benz Regina.
So welcome back on Access Now Sports. We are covering the U15 Western Canadian Championship semi-final. It is a win or go home match featuring the Twin City Angels and Calgary. Here is the batting order for the Calgary Adrenaline. Morgan Watmo led things off last inning. Riley Backer, Nola Cleary, Brooke Watts. Up to the plate right now is Cammy O'Callaghan, followed by Blake Wheeland, Ashley Nowakowski, Ella Kabelski, the pitcher, and then Michaela Robertson. So a good hard hit to third base, thrown out with a good gun by Raina Loberg.
That was a nice play, because that one was hit on the screws and made a nice bobble it a bit and stuck with it and threw a bullet over to first.
So here is the defensive lineup for Twin City as we got underway a little bit. Well, they started the game, let me be real clear. They started the game a little bit early. And so we didn't get a chance to get you the defensive lineup. So pitching is Callan Morin for Twin City. This is Callan's first start in the tournament. She's come in relief a couple times. Behind the plate is one of the players that were chosen to compete in Nationals, Jordan Zazula. On first base, Ava Anderson. Second base, Delaney Allman. Shortstop, Cameron Hooper. Third base, Raina Loberg. Out in the field, we've got Carly Wright in left field, which is really this Twin City Angels ace pitcher. Good throw, just gets by the shoulder of Proudfoot. In center field, Nevaeh Carlson, and in right field, Kendall Morton. So that is 2 out already for the Twin City Angels, and they want to keep Calgary off of the bases. As we
Proudfoot just strikes out there and a bobble by the catcher and throws her out on the past third strike, make it 2 out. Yeah, just tight so far, and in the whole thing, there's not too many mistakes made so far. So somebody's going to try to break it open here pretty quick.
So Blake Wieland, the player that scored the tying run last night in that winner-go-home game with the Ridge City Pride. They were down 4-3 going into the 7th, and they clawed back to win it. We'll talk more about that throughout the course of the day. And a strikeout thrown by number 37, Callan Morin. Second of the inning, and that is where we stand as we head for the bottom of second. Due up, we have got Carly Wright, Callan Morin, and Presley Nemalovich right after this on Access Now Sports.
The Access Communications Summer Barbecue Tour is back. We're visiting 50 communities across Saskatchewan all summer long. It's our way of saying thank you for being an Access community. As a not-for-profit, community-owned cooperative, giving back is what we do. Look for our barbecue tour all summer long. It's open to all community members, whether they're a customer or not. We're giving away hamburgers and hot dogs, along with some cool summer swag for all our guests. We even have some sizzling deals on Access services for new and existing customers. Also, enter the draw to win a weekly Amazon Fire TV stick. Mark your calendars and check out the full schedule by visiting myaccess.ca/BBQ Tour. The Summer Barbecue Tour, just another way Access Communications gives back to the communities we serve.
So welcome back. The Western Canadian Championship for the U15 category here on Access Now Sports in the Battlefords at Battleford Flats. A very scenic view for the ballpark. Lots of folks from all over Western Canada raving about the state of the diamonds. Heath Beaudry, who looks after things, has done an amazing job. And then really just a nice view as you look around, and a great place to come out and watch the games.
Yeah, it was such a great spot to put up a ballpark. Been here with girls teams that I've coached many years, and it's an awesome place to play ball.
So Ella Kabelski on the mound for Calgary, does a great job in the first inning. Defensively, Calgary stranded 2 players of the Twin City Angels, which is what they want to do. Well hit to left field, and that's played fairly easily by maybe one of the best in this tournament, number 16, Julia Proudfoot.
Yeah, Carly Wright hits a pretty good shot out there, but right at the left fielder, and she just stands there nice and calm and reels it in.
So with 1 out, the next batter up for Twin City, the pitcher, Callan Morin. Defensively, some things from the Adrenaline. They've got as many as 6 pitchers on this team. Ella Kabelski being, as I told you, their ace. But they've got a lot of arms that can throw, and I think that's what you find in some of these club teams.
Oh, that's for sure. And then, when a marathon tournament like this, you have to have pitching. If you could play up to 7 games in the whole thing to win it, so yeah, you got to have depth in your pitching staff.
Hit hard to short, and a good grab, and thrown out by number 10, Riley Backer, who's made a couple good plays, and Nola Cleary on first grabs that. So 2 out as we head for Presley Nemalovich, who is the designated player. Presley has not gotten a lot of action at the plate.
If they have an all-star shortstop for this tournament, Riley Backer's mine. She just eats everything up.
That is the announcer's jinx.
And as I say that,
Yeah, that's the announcer's jinx.
a tough little slow roller. She tries to throw it on the go and just short arms it a little bit.
So she will likely reach on an error there. I suspect that's how they'll rule that, as it could have been played. And that'll bring up Nevaeh Carlson. Nevaeh is a very smart hitter. Talking to some of the parents, she's one of those slap bunters.
And you need that. You need that bat control. You know, make things happen, and you know, find a way, any way to get on. You know, looking for a 2-out rally here, Twin Cities, with this tight ball game and those scores so far at the bottom of the second.
There's that bunt down the third base line. It taken foul ball, so count 2-1 now with 2 out. Runner on first. Presley Nemalovic reaches on an error. Calgary want to stay on top of this and keep Nevaeh Carlson off of the bases.
Yep, she just fakes the bunt and tries to slap it by the infield.
In the tournament, defensively, we talk about Twin City doing a great job, 4-0 in the round robin. There's that bunt. It's gonna be trouble. And she gets there fast. She is an extremely fast runner. Reaches.
Yeah, she just slaps it deep in the hole, and Backer has to go to her backhand to make the throw, and she beats it with her speed.
It was an excellent stop, to be fair to Backer. Number 2, Raina Loberg comes up, plays third and flex. But I was saying, Twin Cities in the round robin, 45-12, they outscored opponents, so they can do it with the bat. And they've got 2 on right now. Oh, we're back to Jordan Zazula, pardon me.
Yeah, leadoff hitter coming up here. Jordan Zazula grounded out in the first inning. That's the thing with Twin Cities. They're just solid from 1 to 9, and you have to be if you want to have a crack winning this.
Popped up it's a play that is able to be made by Michaela Robertson to wrap things up. 2 more left on for Twin Cities, and we head for the top of 3, 0-0. On Access Now Sports.
Access Now Sports. Full game coverage, expert commentary, news and interviews from your favorite Saskatchewan teams. Follow the action. Watch Access Now Sports. Brought to you by the Capital Automotive Group.
Have you seen my staff?
How's my hair?
This guy doesn't mess around.
Pish posh applesauce.
They get a wicked deal if they buy a car. I'm going to give you that same deal.
I know you want to get in this one.
You do not want to miss this.
Hey Saskatchewan, Access Communications is now offering TV anywhere our internet is available with Access Next TV Stream. Ditch the dish and watch TV your way. In town, on the farm, at the cabin, or on the go with the Next TV Stream app. Forget to record in your cloud PVR? No problem. Restart TV up to 72 hours. Break free from traditional TV and switch to Access Next TV Stream.
Welcome back. Access Now Sports 2024 U15 Western Canadian Championships win or go home match for Twin City Angels. Defensively right now, Calgary Adrenaline coming up to lead off the top of the third. And interesting to think that it was last year's champion, which was from Richmond, BC. They were the winners. They had to do exactly what these teams are going to have to do today. They've got 3 games if they want to be champions. They did it last year, so one of these teams are looking to do the same this year.
You know, that's awesome. They get coming through the back door, and you always say, well, why did they do that and make it such a long tournament? But that just proves the point that you can come back and win it all.
Yeah, you get on a bit of a run, and maybe the bats heat up, maybe the pitching shuts things down, and that's where we go. Up for Calgary right now is Ella Kabelski.
So gets clung.
So that is not the start that Callan Morin was looking for. Hits her.
Morin's pitched pretty well. She's just given up one single in the first two and a bit innings here, but she plunks Kabelski there to start this inning.
So now up Michaela Robertson, who has had an excellent tournament, second baseman for Calgary. She scored the game-winning run last night against the Pride. So did her job to get on base, actually had bases loaded, and they ended up walking in the winning run. So
yeah, that's tough for them, right? On a critical game like that.
Callan Morin looking to slow down the bat of Michaela Robertson. 7 for 12 in the tournament so far, so she can get on as well. Foul back for the second strike.
Yeah, Michaela's batting in the ninth hole here. It's her first time up to bat in this game. Pass ball by the pitcher, and it bounces to second, so nobody out with a threatening here already.
Twin City Angels record this season, 46-18. So they can win. They know how. Interesting story though for them to get here, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. They found a way to the team that didn't want to go to Westerns, and they basically took their place and come. And when you say that record, that's a lot of ball games, and that's how you get better, by playing lots.
Just caught her inside and wasn't able to get fully around on that, and nubs it foul down the first base line.
Robertson just hangs in there with 2 strikes on her, trying to just put it in play.
Callan Morin with a riser, looking to get her chasing something. 2-2 is the count. 0-0 so far, top of 3. 1 runner on second. Ella Kabelski, the pitcher for Calgary, is on second. Low ball. Again, trying to get her to maybe chase something, go after something. But she's a very good hitter. As I had mentioned earlier, she's done her job at the plates for Calgary. So we've got a full count. Low ball, and Robertson heads to first.
Yeah, that was a good at bat by Robertson. Battled all the way and found a way to get on, and now first and second with nobody out, and Lotmuth up the bat, the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, she went out in the first inning. Before we went live to the broadcast, she had just nubbed one back, so she'll bunt and try and advance the other 2, and gets thrown out at first, so that's the first out of the inning, but does her job advancing Kabelski and Robertson to second and third respectively. So
yeah, just a nice bunt. She just puts it down nice, advances the runners, doesn't pop it up. Play by the Morgan, the pitcher, and 1 out with runners in second and third.
Well, she's good with the glove and did her job in the first, got aboard with a single. Back up to bat for Calgary is number 10, Riley Backer. And she will find some green. Hits it to the fence. She'll go for 2. 2-run score for Calgary. Top of 3, Calgary has found the board. 2-0. They lead the Twin City Angels. A good hard hit by Riley Backer, 2 for 2 on the day, and that'll bring up Nola Cleary.
It looks like they're going to make a pitching change here. If there's an MVP for Calgary, Backer's my pick. 2 hits so far, a double and a single, and just so good at shortstop, so consistent.
Well, Twin Cities, I've had the luxury of watching them through the weekend. they're not afraid to make changes, and they've got the arms to also throw. So in will be Ava Anderson, moving from first to the pitcher's mound. In this league, U15, you can come in and out of the lineup, but you can't come in and out of the pitcher's mound. So when you're out, you're out.
You're out, that's correct, yep. I know in U13 you can go back and forth and up to 3 innings, but U15 is a little different.
So Ava Anderson has had lots of action on the mound this weekend, and they're pulling the trigger, going to her early. Calgary finding a way to get on base, and that's one of the things that they do which make it tough, because they're very good defensively. If they can get a couple run lead, they feel in control, and pitchers can settle in and shut things down.
Yeah,
so
that's for sure. They were so good yesterday on doing that, and then I think maybe Twin Cities is thinking, yeah, we've got to make a change right now to hang in here, and hopefully Anderson comes in here and shuts the door.
So moving to first will be number 23, Carly Wright. And didn't see.
I can't see who's left field from here. Took her place.
So first pitch strike thrown by Ava Anderson. We're back to Nola Cleary, who went out in the first. Just kind of a check swing. Is it going to find? No. Good catch by number 37. So 37 is out there. That'll be Callan Morin.
Callan Morin, the pitcher, went out to left and makes the catch, helped herself out.
So that's 2 out. That was a big out for Twin City. Calgary looking to get a 2-out rally going. We're up with Brooke Watts, the catcher. Was the 3rd out in the first inning. Good play by the third baseman, Raina Loberg. Thrown out at first, and that was what Calgary was hoping would happen. Get a couple runs. They now lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Due up for the Twin City Angels in just a moment, right here on AccessNow Sports.
Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus never stops learning. It even detects the brand and model of each connected device to ensure they all reach their full potential. Plug in a pod and optimize your Wi-Fi with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus shields your devices from cyber threats like viruses, worms, Trojan horses, and botnets, whatever those are. Protect your devices with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus.
I'm Brendan McGuire. Join me and my co-host Marshall Hamilton every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for In the Huddle, with special guest panelists and a weekly breakdown of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Catch us on AccessNow TV and the AccessNow app.
Style, performance. Upgrade your daily driver to the new 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLB 250. The ultimate in automotive luxury can be yours for $419 bi-weekly at Mercedes-Benz Regina.
Welcome back to the beautiful Battleford Flats in Saskatchewan. Look at the dugout there for Twin City Angels looking to get things going. Delaney Almer will lead things off, followed by Ava Anderson and Kendall Merton due up for Twin Cities. Looking to get on the bats now, it's Cam Hooper leading things off.
Yeah, Cameron Hooper flied out in the first inning. She's a shortstop for Twin City.
So you know they want to respond, not get too far behind Calgary. And this is a team, Twin Cities, they can do it. The bats work really well. Cameron Hooper is one of their top hitters, 7 for 14 on the tournament so far. Actually went 3 for 3 in their game against Yukon earlier. And she wants to find a way on. Good pitch. Outside, and tried to take it for a ride. First strike. In the other game, so just so we know how this goes, the winner of this game will play the loser of the BC Okanagan team versus Lacombe. So the loser of that game will play the winner of this for a trip to the final. In that game, Lacombe is leading 6-0. A 3-run home run by Ryan Fuser got it all started for Lacombe, and they're a good team as well.
That was a beautiful swing by Hooper there in a single ripple line drive up the middle. Kabelski's kind of kept them at bay with 4 singles. She's given up, but Twin Cities trying to threaten here. Just blooped one.
Bloops one. So that's the start that this team is looking for.
Ball gets away from the left fielder there and sneaks by, and she ends up with a double. So runners on second and third.
So just like that, Delaney Ulmer 3 for 3. She's got a double and 2 singles, and up now is Ava Anderson with runners on second and third. Kabelski looking to slow the roll of Twin Cities. Ava Anderson, again, we talk about what kind of a tournament she's had at the plate. Is this more timely at bat?
Yeah, you got that right. She just come in good all around, just come in to shut down that inning for Twin Cities to get the second and third outs, and coming up in just a tremendous batting tournament for her.
A low strike called by umpire, I should tell you. Plate umpires Prism Gooding, first base ump Bonnie Miller, and third base Addison Page this morning. So count 1-1, none out. Runners on second and third. Another strike called. So she's looked at 2.
Ava Anderson's favorite team, the Oklahoma Sooners, just like most of them, with the 4-time NCAA champion, fast pitch champions.
Yeah, talk about a stacked team that is. And so dreams of maybe playing on one of those teams someday still in the cards for some of these players. I mentioned that Ava Anderson is one of the players chosen to compete for nationals. So that's going to drop. No, it doesn't. But it will do her job as she scores 1. They get 1 back. So Ava Anderson sends it opposite field, where a great catch by Blake Wieland there.
Yeah, she just has come in, she tags up, makes a pretty good throw. Just gets away from the catcher and scores the first run for Twin Cities. So
0 for 1 today, Kendall Merton. Last out of the first inning. Kendall Merton is the right fielder for Twin Cities. So a runner on third, 1 out. Riley Backer tried to catch it with the backhand and stop it, but unable to do so, and that scores another run. The only team from Saskatchewan, Twin City Angels, they've tied it up at 2.
That was a hard hit, and Backer, the shortstop, he usually reels everything in. Just it goes off her glove on the backhand and scores a run to tie it up.
Now up Carly Wright. Hit it hard to the outfield in her first at bat. 0 for 1. Takes a ball there. Score is now 2-2. The winner looking to play another game later on this morning. That game will determine who is going against the winner of the other game that's happening right now as we speak, between Lacombe and Okanagan Elite. This is the feature game on AccessNow Sports, though. Again, we think about teams from Saskatchewan and competing against some of these club teams. Their hands are full, but Twin Cities has done an amazing job.
You know, they've hung in there with the top teams here. It's really impressive to see.
A double play.
What a great play by the second baseman shortstop.
Michaela Robertson got it out of her glove quick, got it to Riley Backer, who, again, a fan favorite here, throws it to Nola Cleary for the double play. And that is where we stand, but not before Twin Cities evens it up. We head to the top of 4, 2-2. Western Canadian Championships on AccessNow Sports.
Harbor Landing Village has a lot under one roof. We're a true community within a community. We have a full age-in-play senior care and living community, a child care center, award-winning restaurant, hair salon, and a home care agency. Reliable internet service from Access Communications is important to Harbour Landing Village because it's the main way our residents stay connected with their friends and family, and equally important as a business, essentially it's the backbone, it's what powers us.
Support your community, grow your business. Sponsor an AccessNow TV production and your company will get unprecedented primetime television coverage and a platform to connect with thousands of people every day. Your logo and your message on all major television networks. We have content that suits your brand, like broadcast sports, talk shows, live events, and everything in between, ensuring that your message will reach the right audience. Call me today to find out more.
Well, there is a look at the dugout for the Calgary Adrenaline in the 2024 Western Canadian Championships semi-final, and they are looking to get back on the bats as we head for the top of four here. Due up for Calgary is Cami O'Callaghan, center fielder, followed by Julia Proudfoot, left fielder, and Blake Wheeland, right fielder. That's the batting order at minimum for Calgary as we are in the top of four. First pitch, Ava Anderson coming in last inning and slowing it down. Going to try and do the same this inning. All of Saskatchewan watching to see if the team from Martinsville and Warman can take on some of these all-star teams from, well, this one in particular, from Calgary. Hey man, sorry.
I'd like to see the two Alberta teams that went to nationals, you know, to be ahead of this Calgary group. I think Lloyd Minster, and I can't remember where the other one was from, Edmonton or something. But Calgary's got a tremendous team.
So staying way up in the count is Ava Anderson pitching to Cami O'Callaghan, pardon me. Cami has had a really good tournament at the plate as well, as most of the Calgary team has. 7 for 20 at the dish. 0 for 1 today. Count evens at 2.
Yeah, Anderson had to come in after the couple runs that Calgary got in that third inning and shut the door and got the last 2 out, so she did her job. She's trying to continue to get success here.
Lays off that and fights all the way back to make this a full count.
Umpire was thinking of it there. Did not ring her up.
That is popped up and oh, just off the glove.
Second baseman
of Delaney Allman. Comes a long way over though, and just about makes that play.
Yeah, it's kind of blowing away from her. She's trying to track it down, and it just kept moving just off her glove.
So O'Callaghan, that is a long foul ball as well. So she is battling, trying to use up some of these pitches.
And O'Callaghan's got a ground out in the second inning, and her second at bat here, fighting some pitches off, trying to stay alive.
That's a good job, fouls that back. Comes inside on that pitch. Ava Anderson, one of the things that makes her so good is she's got all the pitches in the arsenal.
I like the way she mixes up her pitches. She just changes speeds a little bit. She's really consistent.
Strike 3 looking.
Yeah, just took something off that one. It looked like just a changeup and caught the batter. O'Callaghan just yeah, she couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Just give up on it a little bit and start this inning.
Julia Proudfoot struck out in the second inning. She's up. Takes a ball. So 1 out. Twin Cities playing some good defense so far, and again the arm of Ava Anderson has held strong so far since she's come into the game, replacing Kaylin Morin. Gets her chasing that high strike. Rise ball. That riser also fouled back. Maybe more ready for that one that time. Count 2-1.
Just guessing Ava Anderson is their shutdown when you get in trouble. It's doing a tremendous job so far. And I jinxed it again.
Hits up the middle. That'll be a proud foot. And that will bring up Blake Whelan. Now Blake Whelan has, let me just get the stats for Blake. 6 for 17, I had mentioned earlier.
Yeah, she catered first at bat.
Julia Proudfoot. Some sort of mix-up in the field there.
Check this out again. The original Proudfoot had hit a single and went through the center fielder and under the fence, so it was ground rule double. And this one I'm not.
Yeah, we'll get some.
Understanding if there was an exchange on the.
Get some clarification on that.
Goes through the fence, or not through the fence. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. You can see it there. It's on the other side. So they will probably move. Oh, is it? Is it though? It's just behind the Rawlings sign.
The umpire's not giving it to her. Just still live.
So they're having a real discussion. I've never seen that before.
I've seen that before. It was under the tarp, but not under the Western Canadian Softball sign, but not past the fence, if that makes sense to anybody. So it was just stuck there, still in play, and they allowed it to be live. You know, the center fielder called for a ground rule double. Yeah, they had a little discussion. They're going to allow that.
So really heads up by Calgary for seeing that there was.
I've never seen an umpire run all the way to the fence and check where the ball was, and she did, and continued the motion of that the ball was live. So of course the runner went from second all the way home. A little controversy there, but.
So that was a called first strike. They want to do a check of that. Whether the batter's gone all the way around. So the folks in blue getting their workout today.
Yeah, right. And Proudfoot just, once the ball was still in place, she just run from second all the way home. Score the run to give Calgary the lead.
So 1 out, 1 strike on a crazy play. The 3-2. It is top of 4. Calgary, they don't have a league to play in. Their league collapsed. So they play a lot of tournaments and do a lot of traveling and really putting together a program. Speaking with Kevin Jonah, the head coach, he's really proud of this team, and some of the feedback that they've heard from the start of the year till now is this is a different team. They are more aggressive at the plate. They are better fielders, so they are putting the pieces together, and that's one of the things he's most proud of with this team.
Yeah, playing lots of ball and lots of good ball, right? And that's just the way you get better. And
so a strikeout there for Ava Anderson. Ava Anderson getting the strikeout. 2 out now. They're still having a discussion right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be happy. Can't locate the ball with the outfielder, and then they continue it. So I always tell my kids, I said, you'll be involved in ball in 30 years and you'll see something brand new, and that's one for me.
Yeah, that's something obviously disappointing, but you want to make sure if you're Twin Cities that you stay positive. It was ruled a run. It's not likely to be taken off. I mean, maybe some of that conversation still happening as to ensure the favor of the umpires going forward.
You're exactly right. You don't want that to affect you. Just, it's one run. I know it's the go-ahead run, but it's only one run, and it's only the 4th inning, but they just got to shake it off, and they got 2 out, and just finish this inning and get on the sticks.
Hit by pitch earlier in the game. Ella Kabelski, the pitcher for Calgary. Speaking of Kevin Jonah, one of the things this team has played for is actually his daughter, who played on the team at the start of the year, ended up, and I've never heard of this, but her season is cut short due to an MPFL ligament tear. And so the team has felt awful for her and dedicated every game to her. So this is again a squad that has each other's backs. They work hard for each other, and they want to make sure that they're playing hard. I'll get the name. Madison Jonah is the name of the player. Strikeout there for Kabelski, and that'll do it after an interesting run scored for Calgary in the top of 4. That gives them a 3-2 lead. We're going to see the answer from the Twin City Angels coming up in just a moment on Access Now Sports.
Join us Monday, September 2nd from 12 to 4 p.m. when Access Communications and the Collectors Car Club host the 17th Annual Labor Day Show and Shine, presented by CAA Saskatchewan. Classic cars and fun for the whole family at Access Community Park in Regina. Admission is $5 per person, $10 per family, and kids under 12 free. CAA is happy to help local families with proceeds to the Regina Food Bank. Visit the CAA Family Fun Zone for face painting, giveaways, and hourly prize draws.
Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus adds an extra layer of home security without using cameras by detecting motion through Wi-Fi signals. How smart is that? Plug in a pod and secure your home with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Kids grow up fast enough as it is. Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus puts you in control of their screen time and what they see on the net, even when you're not at home. Gain control of your Wi-Fi.
So we are back at the 2024 U15 Western Canadian Championships here in the Battlefords on Access Now Sports. We want to thank all of our viewers on the provincial coverage here with Access Now Sports, but also on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe because there is a lot of great content. We're happy to have those from all over Western Canada joining us today. As we hit the bottom of the 4th, it is 3-2. Calgary leading Twin Cities out of Saskatchewan in the bottom of the 4th. Up right now is number 37, Callan Morin. Takes a first ball.
Yeah, Callan started the game, and then when the pitching switch, he moved out to left field.
That catches the corner. Evens up the count at 1. We mentioned earlier today, Twin City, you said it perfectly. They play a lot of games. One run is not going to typically affect them, but how that run was scored, they're talking about it.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I've never seen that before, so you just got to shake it off and not worry about it, get back on it.
Julia Proudfoot, the sure glove of Julia. Again, a highlight reel catch in the first inning. As she sends it to left field there. It looked like it was going to maybe drop, but Julia Proudfoot can play in because she's got good range to move back. Now up, Presley Nemalovic, the designated player.
Yeah, she got on the air by the shortstop in her first at-bat, and with one out here trying to get things going here for Twin City.
Two balls. Start in the count. Finding base runners is now the task of the inning. Nemalovic takes a third ball. Count 3-0. One out. Good pitch down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now.
fights that one off to keep the count at full. Trying to get on. Got a spot.
Kabelski knows how to throw strikes. 2 wins in the tournament so far, and rings up. Presley Nemalovic caught looking. Pitch like that, very close down the middle. You know she's disappointed to take that one. She looked up right away.
She knew it. Kabelski just consistent, you know, not giving up too much, you know, some singles, but nothing too damaging.
Center fielder Nevaeh Carlson.
You know, making Twin Cities try to hit it by her fielders, and with the defense they've had, it's a pretty good formula.
So the 4 players that have been invited to nationals are Jordan Zazula, number 9, Cameron Hooper, number 27, Ava Anderson, and number 42, Nevaeh Carlson, who is at the dish right now with 2 strikes, trying to find a way on.
Yeah, she had a single in her first at-bat. She tried to bunt there, and real close pitch.
Rings her up for the strike.
Big inning for Kabelski. That was awesome.
Kabelski getting stronger as this game moves on, and Calgary Adrenaline lead Twin Cities 3-2. They look to advance that lead a little further. We'll find out in just a moment. Top of 5 coming up on Access Now Sports.
Tune in for your chance to win big with Access Communications Children's Fund TV Bingo every Saturday at 5 with a prize board between $7,000 and $15,000. Cards are $14 with all proceeds going to the Access Communications Children's Fund. Watch and play every Saturday at 5 for your chance to win TV Bingo only on Access Now TV. Visit myaccess.ca/TV Bingo.
Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus is pure genius, automatically optimizing the signal in every room of your home, so your Wi-Fi is always running at full throttle. Turbocharge your Wi-Fi with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Some homes just aren't made for strong Wi-Fi from backyard to basement. But with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus, just plug in a pod and cover every corner with wall-to-wall Wi-Fi. Give your Wi-Fi a boost with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus.
So high above the Battleford Flats here in Saskatchewan, Battleford, Saskatchewan. This is a beautiful ballpark. If you ever get a chance to visit the Battlefords, please make your way down here. Some tremendous competition all 4 days, and we are into the semifinals. Interesting, both of the teams that are on the diamond right now went 4-0 in the round robin. They finished first in their pool, and both of the teams ended up losing against the second place team in the 1-versus-2 crossovers.
Oh, that's right, yeah. You're right, Jay. It's a big, such a big game because you know the loser's going home, so you know the do or die. It's getting a little tense here in the top of the 5th.
Michaela Robertson walked in at her only other at-bat. So evens the count 1-1. Ava Anderson pitching for Twin City Angels. Really, Twin City, although they're down 3-2, they have not played bad. They've had some excellent fielding, strong pitching, had one inning where they gave up a couple runs, but aside from that, they've been strong.
No, they've been solid all the way through. It's just the unfortunate incident stuck on under the fence, but otherwise, really it's been an even game.
Talk about some of the work that's put in by Twin City Angels. Talking to the coaches, Kevin Anderson, they say he's the biggest kid on the team. He has a ton of fun, make sure his players have fun on and off the field. He's not afraid to show his emotions and wants his team to show their emotions and show that passion for the sport and the team.
Well, that's such a good thing to have. You know, you gotta make it fun because it's a lot of work, a lot of travel, and you got to be a good teacher and pay attention to detail.
That's an excellent catch by the first baseman, Carly Wright, going right near the wall to catch that foul ball. And you know, when you're feeling that fence coming closer and closer, those aren't easy catches.
Yeah, it's last night at first base for Lacombe did the same thing and said, the coach said, you have no room, and she just reached over and grabbed it. It was a fantastic catch.
Fouled up and back. So 1 out, and we're back to the top of the order. Morgan Watmo.
Yeah, Watmo's been out twice in her first 2 at-bats and looking to get something going here with 1 out.
Down the middle, pipes that one. It's way up, count two strikes.
Yeah, Zazula just moves over and wants it on the outside corner, and Anderson puts it right on the button.
Gets the barrel of the bat on that one, but not enough. Fouls it back, trying to keep up.
I just like the way Anderson mixes her pitches up. She's not throwing overly hard, just mixing her pitches up, keeping Calgary off balance here since she come in.
Outside, tries to get her to chase it. Good stop there by Zazula, who is really one of the tournament's stars so far. Fouled back, staying way up in the count.
Yeah, when you watch Zazula catch, it's just so impressive the way she blocks everything and sets up her pitches, and just real cool to watch.
Morgan Watmo has only, in terms of her at-bats, had 1 game where she hasn't had a hit. So, you know, of the 5 games that she's played so far, she wants to keep this record going. She's currently 0 for 2 at the dish, 2 and 2 at the is the count, and not able to get in and get that. Raina Loberg.
She just fights a high pitch off there and pops it up and lucks out there and gets another crack at it.
Two pitch, fouled again. So 1 out. If you're just joining us on Access Now Sports, Jay Crockett and Roger Black here with the coverage here of the semifinals, win or go home match. Good low pitch, gets the strikeout. And a good throw down to first.
Yeah, just nice change up, and just had her out in front of it, missed it. A little bobble by the catcher, but she throws her out first, and 2 out, no damage so far.
2 for 2 so far for Riley Backer, who has been really a star at the dish, star out defensively as well, and she's going to try and find some green again.
3 for 3, just puts her bat nice and slow. Doesn't have to swing hard, just nice little line drive over the second baseman and gets things going here with 2 out for Calgary.
Tough part of the order for Anderson right now is she's taking on Backer, who went 3 for 3. Nola Cleary, also a strong hitter for this team, I think she hasn't reached base, if I'm correct, in the game so far.
Flied out of her 2 at-bats. Yep, you got.
But she is definitely dangerous. Fouls that back, and Ava Anderson way up in the count.
Yeah, getting to a critical part of the game here for Twin Cities. They don't want to give up anything for sure.
We'll see what Anderson has mixed up. See if she can get her to chase something. A little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, just trying to keep them off balance so they don't hit the ball too hard. Just chasing stuff that's just trying to place the ball in a good spot for her.
Fouled that off. So she is battling. That came inside, and it looked like she just couldn't quite get enough of it to take it past Carly Wright. Struck her out.
Oh, big out.
That is a big out. 2 strikeouts so far this inning. And that is it, actually, for the inning as I look down at my sheets. We head for the bottom of 5. It is 3-2. Calgary Adrenaline lead the Twin City Angels. We are back to see Twin City get on the bats in just a moment on AccessNow Sports.
Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus adds an extra layer of home security without using cameras by detecting motion through Wi-Fi signals. How smart is that? Plug in a pod and secure your home with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Kids grow up fast enough as it is. Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus puts you in control of their screen time and what they see on the net. Even when you're not at home. Gain control of your Wi-Fi with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus.
AccessNow Sports. Full game coverage, expert commentary, news and interviews from your favorite Saskatchewan teams. Follow the action. Watch AccessNow Sports. Brought to you by the Capital Automotive Group.
Have you seen my staff?
How's my hair?
This guy doesn't mess around.
Dish wash applesauce.
They get a wicked deal if they buy a car. I'm going to give you that same deal.
I know you want to get in this one.
You do not want to miss this.
Welcome back to Battle Forward, Saskatchewan, site of the 2024 U15 Western Canadian Softball Championships here on AccessNow Sports. And I don't know if it is good karma to do this, but if you look at the sky right now, it's just gray. There was rain in the forecast for today. It is held off. I don't know if there's wood around, but I am knocking on it.
Yeah.
We've got a pitching change now for Calgary. I don't see any other defensive changes, but it's Ashley Nowakowski pitching now for Calgary. Ashley.
And Kabelski's out of the game. I just seen her going to the dugout. So.
Okay. With the top of the order up for Twin Cities. Twin City Angels, Jordan Zazula. Fouled back. Ashley Nowakowski was the starter for the game against Lacombe in the playoff match, with the 1-versus-2 crossover. She started the game and got behind. It was Tristan Foote that came in after that, but definitely a strong pitcher. Been one of the pitchers that Calgary's leaned on throughout the course of the season as well. And again, in a long season, we talk about a lot of games played. You need a number of arms. This is one of those pitchers that have done it. Really, Kevin Jonas says for the Adrenaline, it's Riley Backer actually and Naya Shaw who have carried the mail for this team through the course of the year in terms of playing a lot of games for this team. Naya Shaw in at second base, as I see.
Zazula flies out for the first out of the inning, and that game yesterday with Calgary and Lacombe they played pretty well. They were hitting the ball real well and had a good jump on Calgary and hung on at the end. But yeah, it was a pretty impressive show by Lacombe that game.
Cam Hooper singled last time up. Takes a strike, so 1 out. This is bottom of 5. So we are down to 8 outs left for Twin City. You know that they want to start to put together some momentum. Want to make sure we're watching the body language as well of Twin City, as they're a team that has each other as well. Just like but a very similar construct for Twin City. That's a good hit up the middle. Backhand stab, not able to make the play, but a really good job of stopping it for maybe more damage. Naya Shaw.
Yeah, nice backhand by her on the knock it down. She just couldn't squeeze it to try to throw her out, but yeah, nice play to knock it down.
And now up is Delaney Ulmer, 3 for 3 today, 4 for 4 today. So just as I say that, another single by Delaney Ulmer. This is really the heart of the order for Twin City that got it going when they scored 2 runs.
Their big threat, Anderson up too with, runners on first and second, 1 out. This is a big chance for them to make something happen.
Single and likely ruled a sac fly earlier, scoring a run. First run of the game for Twin City early, but Ava Anderson now 13 for 14, depending on if that is ruled a sac fly, which I think it was.
Yeah, that's incredible in any ball, like I said before, and the major league guys would be loving that one if they could have that.
Strike down the middle.
And then she's not scared to take a pitch either, and doesn't seem to bother to force the count to 2 strikes. She's so good with her bat.
Yeah, when you're seeing it, you're not afraid to wait for something that you like. They are gonna rule that a ball. Count 2-1. Runners on first and second. Twin City down 3-2 in the bottom of 5, and that is well hit. Could be, no, not quite, but ground rule double. Ava Anderson.
Unbelievable.
Will score 1 to tie it up. There's some question.
Not a home run.
We're going to see, watch the replay here. Did it get over the fence? It did. It looked like it did.
They'll show it again. If they do show it again, it bounced just before the fence. We're not going to get to see it till...
Where did it land?
Yeah, you can't see it there. It hit before the fence.
The umpires are having another discussion as to whether it hit the top of the fence and went out. They're putting Anderson back to run the bases.
Yeah.
So it did. Yeah, you can see it in that. Great job by our crews catching that. Just bounced just before the fence, so it is indeed a ground rule double.
So the runner should go back to third.
So yeah, we'll move Ulmer back to third.
Anderson would get the ground rule double. Anderson should go back to third because she was on first.
And it was Hooper that ends up coming in. Did they move her back, or they scored both?
No, they've scored both on the call. So both runners scored for first and second, which is a little strange to me. But
that's interesting. But Twin City is up now.
Twin Cities will take that any day.
Any day. They probably feel like they're owed that with that interesting call earlier. But it is 4-3 now, and Kendall Merton coming up. Kendall can also hit, and she takes it down the line. Ruled fair. So Kendall turns first, headed for second.
Yep. Landed on the line, so Anderson will score. And Merton will get a double as it just sneaks by the fence.
Go back to second.
I can't tell.
Yeah, that's
foul ball, I think they're calling.
She came back, so it is ruled a foul after some discussion now.
Well, our angle in the replay looks like it just missed the line by a couple inches, but it's hard to tell if you're not standing right on the line.
So hit hard to Nia Shaw. Nia Shaw throws out Kendall Merton, but moves the runner down to third base. With another strong hitter coming up, Carly Wright.
Sorry, Jake, but if that's not a game of inches, I don't know what is.
Really?
The last few innings here.
4-3 now. The Angels lead Calgary. They've come back from 2-0. They've come back from down 3-2, and now they lead 4-3 in the bottom of 5. A change-up fools Carly right there as she thought about it, and it just...
She couldn't pull the trigger again.
Yeah.
It looked so good, but she couldn't turn on that one. Nice change up by the pitcher there.
Count 1-1, tries to get her with a rise ball, tries to get her chasing. 2-1 the count now. Ava Anderson stands on third base with her ground rule double hit a long way to restore the lead, give the lead maybe, dare I say, for the first time today for Twin City. Ashley Nowakowski pitching, and she walks Carly Wright. Kaylin Morin is now up.
Kellen's grounded out and flied out so far in this game, but these are such crucial at-bats with this late in the game.
Alan Morin, the left-hand hitter. Pitched high. Tried to take something off of it and ended up sticking in her hand a little longer than she had hoped. So we're at Marilyn O'Driscoll Field, soon to be named Marilyn O'Driscoll Field. Marilyn, again, one of the tremendous long-time umpires for Saskatchewan, and again, just really glad they're paying tribute to her. She passed away in August of 2023, 65 years old. So this is the U15 Western Canadian Softball Championships here on Access Now Sports. It is the Twin City Angels leading Calgary 4-3. We're back with more in just a moment.
The Access Communications Summer Barbecue Tour is back. We're visiting 50 communities across Saskatchewan all summer long. It's our way of saying thank you for being an Access community. As a not-for-profit, community-owned cooperative, look for our barbecue tour all summer long. It's open to all community members, whether they're a customer or not. We're giving away hamburgers and hot dogs, along with some cool summer swag for all our guests. We even have some sizzling deals on Access services for new and existing customers. Also, enter the draw to win a weekly Amazon Fire TV stick. Mark your calendars and check out the full schedule by visiting myaccess.ca/BBQ Tour. The Summer Barbecue Tour, just another way Access Communications gives back to the communities we serve.
In the top of the sixth inning, just about to begin it, it is Twin City that has come back to lead Calgary 4-3. Calgary now at the dish. It looks like Brooke Watts up. Yeah, it is Brooke Watts up for Calgary.
Our cameraman needs a sweater there, you guys. It's freezing in this breeze. It's cooled off quite a bit compared to the rest of the tournament. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
A little chillier now, but at least hopefully the rain stays away.
So still on the mound, Ava Anderson, who has done a great job, gets Watts to chase one.
Yeah, Brooke Watts, the catcher for Calgary, has grounded out both times so far, and top of the sixth, wants to get things rocking.
We talked about both of these teams finishing first in their pool after round robin. The other game that is happening right now, it is Okanagan Elite trailing Lacombe Select 8-0. So probably right around the fifth or sixth inning there as well. That is fought off, and it will drop in, and she's going for two. If there was ever a time Calgary needed to find a way to get on base, it is right now. As
yeah, Brooke Watts never stopped running there. As soon as it was bobbled, she was gone.
Yeah, she was running hard the whole way, and we're back to Cammie O'Callaghan. Struck out last time up. But we talked about it. Both those other teams that are playing right now for a trip to the finals were second in their pool, and it's looking like Lacombe right now, if it holds on, 8-0 where they're at. So Lacombe trying to get to the finals. Now the loser of that game, so if it stands the way it is, it'll be the Okanagan Elite playing the winner of this game.
That's correct.
And that'll happen right after this. So these players will have no time. They will be headed straight for another game.
Yeah, that winner over there not having to play an extra game.
Good catch. Raina Loberg outside the foul line to go get that one. And that's one out now. And we're back to Proudfoot. Julia Proudfoot reached on a single last time up.
Yeah, single and Cade in the second inning. Now, I think Raina Loberg is, they call him the designated player, where she plays third base but doesn't bat. So
yeah,
it's an interesting deal. Solid defensively over there.
Proudfoot swings and misses the first one. Anderson sends it high, tries to get her to chase something. 1-1 the count. But a very important runner on second base. Important to Calgary. I think Twin City could live without it. Good pitch down the middle. Ava Anderson. A little bit more on that one too. She's got a good fastball. She can really do some things from the mound. We've seen that so far.
Yeah, if you got young girls watching how to pitch, you watch her. She just mixes her pitches up, consistent all the time, and changes speeds. Gets the location where the catcher wants it. It's really fun to watch.
2-2 the count. That is going to be hit right to Callan Morin rather.
Yeah, Callan Morin had started the game for Twin Cities and went over left field, just comes in casually, nice and calm, makes the catch. For the second out.
Blake Wieland struck out earlier.
Okay, so she's coming up and
nub to the shortstop, number 9, Cam Hooper. So it is not quite a 1-2-3, but I'll tell you what, Twin City will take it as they head for the bottom of 6. 4-3, they lead over the Calgary Adrenaline. More on Access Now Sports right away.
Support your community, grow your business, sponsor an AccessNow TV production, and your company will get unprecedented primetime television coverage and a platform to connect with thousands of people every day. Your logo and your message on all major television networks. We have content that suits your brand, like broadcast sports, talk shows, live events, and everything in between, ensuring that your message will reach the right audience. Call me today to find out more.
Join us Monday, September 2nd from 12 to 4 p.m. when Access Communications and the Collectors Car Club go and shine. Presented by CAA Saskatchewan. Classic cars and fun for the whole family at Access Community Park in Regina. Admission is $5 per person, $10 per family, and kids under 12 free. CAA is happy to help local families with proceeds to the Regina Food Bank. Visit the CAA Family Fun Zone for face painting, giveaways, and hourly prize draws.
Well, a view from one of our many fantastic crew here out in center field as we hit the bottom of 6. Twin City leading Calgary 4-3. 2024 U15 Western Canadian Championship, Softball Championship on Access Now Sports. Jay and Roger with you, and looking at some of the history here in the Battlefords with times that they've hosted events like this. Never the Western Canadians. Well, actually, it was the U14s at that time and U18s in 2014. So we've had some really good ball, and I would tell you, if you were to take a straw poll of the attendees here today and through the weekend, they are very impressed with the Battlefords, very impressed with the facilities, and it has been like some of the best softball quality that we've seen maybe ever here.
Oh, and it's such a big, undertaking, and when Darren Russell and that group got last year to host it, and it takes so many volunteers and help to make it work, and it's been run really well so far, and just awesome to see, and a community like this get Westerns, and whoever's come for this tournament's got to be impressed.
So Charlie Steele into the game. Charlie Steele going 2 for 11 in the tournament so far. Takes a strike. Count now 2-1. So Charlie Steele is in for, I'm just going to get my order together here. We'll find that out in just a moment.
Looks like she's in for Nemilovich, but looking at this lineup.
Strike 2. Yeah, we'll find out. I think she is in for Nimilovic, actually. Third strike. And that will bring up Nevaeh Carlson. So Kevin Anderson making a batting change there. Nimilovic.
Here's Nevaeh Carlson, the center fielder, who had the unfortunate with the ball going under the fence and couldn't find it for Calgary.
Yeah, we were talking off the air. What do you do in a sense like that? Like it's one thing in hockey where you play to the whistle. In ball, you're playing until you get a. There we go with that out. You're playing until you get a ruling from the umpire whether it's out.
Well, that's correct. It just goes under the tarp that's attached to the fence and not actually under the fence. So that was, yeah, I'd never seen that before. It was kind of weird actually. She put her hands up to signal a ground rule double. The umpire runs all the way to the fence and says it's still live. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, it's hard to even know what to coach. When you can't see a ball, what are you going to do? Keep running?
Yeah,
running around?
Right.
So it's interesting. But we're back to the top of the order now for Jordan Zazula, who has had an excellent tournament at the plate. Coming into the game, 8 for 14.
But I'm more impressed with the way she catches. She's just so solid back there.
And yeah,
you know, pitching's number one in your team, but catching's number two, and you got that solidified. You're off to the races for sure.
Yeah, she's got a good arm on her too. She's thrown out a number of players through the tournament at second and at third. So teams don't like to run against her. Another really good catcher for this team is Cam Hooper, who plays shortstop. She's caught a couple games, so they're blessed with that defensive talent. Yeah, she wanted to see one before she swung the bat. The count now 3-1, 2 out. Twin City has a slight edge over Calgary, 4-3, bottom of 6. That is well hit, but right to the center fielder. Outs left to see if Calgary can find a way back. It's 4-3, Twin City leading the Calgary Adrenaline. Headed for 7. Access Now Sports back in just a moment.
Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus is pure genius, automatically optimizing the signal in every room of your home, so your Wi-Fi is always running at full throttle. Turbocharge your Wi-Fi with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus. Some homes just aren't made for strong Wi-Fi from backyard to basement. But with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus, just plug in a pod and cover every corner with wall-to-wall Wi-Fi. Give your Wi-Fi a boost with Access Smart Wi-Fi Plus.
I'm Brendan McGuire. Join me and my co-host Marshall Hamilton every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for In the Huddle, with special guest panelists and a weekly breakdown of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Catch us on AccessNow TV and the AccessNow app.
Style, performance. Upgrade your daily driver to the new 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLB 250. The ultimate in automotive luxury can be yours for $419 bi-weekly at Mercedes-Benz Regina.
Score is 4-3. Twin City leading Calgary. Top of 7 now, so Calgary down to 3 outs left. But I can tell you, a lot of times, if you have practiced a certain way, if you're familiar with things, you know what to do. And this team, the Calgary Adrenaline, last night were in this exact same position, down 4-3 to the team from Ridge City, so Maple Ridge, and they ended up finding a way to put runners on, and they walked in the winning run. So they will be very selective, very choosy at the plate, and we'll see what can happen. Calgary looking to stay alive. If they don't, they head home, and Twin City plays directly after this game. The final game, 1 o'clock this afternoon, so the championship final, and we'll have it right here on Access Now Sports. Ashley Nowakowski in now to bat, and she swings early. She finds one she likes. Takes it foul, but hit it really hard. Ava Anderson still pitching for Twin City, and she's done a good job since coming in. They were down 2-0, and they had Calgary had runners on, but Ava found a way to shut the door. and now lead 4-3. Good hard hit to third base. That's that's Raina Loberg throwing out.
Yeah, Raina Loberg just plays defense, doesn't hit. Designated player. She's pretty sure of herself over there. Made some pretty good plays in this game.
So Nia Shaw, 2 for 6 on the tournament. That's a good average, 333. She can get on base. Takes a ball high, 1 out now, 2 outs away for Twin City to have a chance to likely face the Okanagan Elite, who are trailing 8-0 to Lacombe. If Lacombe wins, they move to the final, and then the winner of that game, this next game, would determine the opponent for Lacombe. 1-1 the count. Nia Shaw in. Takes another ball. Just inside for another ball.
Yeah, just missed on the changeup. That's pretty good.
Well, the count is 3-1 with 1 out. Fouls that back. That'll make it a full count now. Ava Anderson looking to keep a base runner off. Do not want to replicate what Calgary was able to do yesterday, but a good hit over the glove and to the fence. Nia Shaw is rounding second, headed for third. Safe at third.
What a throw by the second baseman right on the button. Yeah, I'd like to see that one again.
That was an excellent piece of, well, certainly hitting, but base running more than anything. That was such a close play. Want to see that one again. It looks very close.
That was very close. That was so
looks like she maybe just got under the glove.
The glove hits her ankle, but you can't see where
see it just gets under the glove there, but it was a bang bang play. We'll see here. Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, looks
like she.
One time it looks safe, one time it looks out.
Yeah, but the umps had another huddle, and again, they feel like the call was right on the field.
And Nia Shaw coming up with a critical.
So now this is interesting as we head to the top of the order.
Yeah, you got your pretty good hitters coming up.
Morgan Watmo.
And Nia Shaw coming in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning and hitting a triple. That's pretty outstanding right there.
That is clutch.
Critical game.
Well, I asked Adrenaline coach Kevin Jonah to finish the statement for me, and he said the question was, the Calgary Adrenaline will win the game if, and he said if we play a full 7 innings, and that is holding true right now as they want to stay alive. Morgan Watmo takes a ball as the wind is picking up here in the Battle Fort. Wind affect hitters much?
No, I don't think so. It's just the fielding and stuff in the air. You never know.
Good pitch.
The only thing with the hitters is a ball hit might hang up a little longer for somebody to run underneath, but
yeah, fielders for sure. I just wondered if
I know the wind's affecting the circulation in my hands, but otherwise we're doing good.
Strike 2. Count is 2-2, 1 out. And if there was an out that Twin City Angels could prescribe, it is this one to make it an any base play the next time up. Low, good stop there by Zazula.
just quick as a cat back there. I just love the way she plays. She moves so well and she stays nice and low. Blocks pretty well everything.
So the triple from Nia Shaw, 2 for 6 coming into this game. Maybe the biggest hit of Calgary's season there. Gets her swinging, takes a low one. And first base.
I think it hit the bat, but
first base coach.
It hit the ground.
Is asking them to.
They're asking that it was a foul tip, but it hit the ground. I thought she could run. No, she is calling. No, she's not calling it. She is calling it.
So
I think they better discuss this one because it's kind of critical.
It's been a tough game for the umps. They've had some interesting things to sort through. Prism Gooding behind the plate. Bonnie Miller and Addison Page talking right now.
I know they'd like to come here and see this.
Batter is out.
See this replay that we see, but it doesn't look like it tips the bat in our replay here, but she is called out for the second out. So, and guess who's coming up for Calgary?
Yeah, Riley Backer, 3 for 3. Riley Backer, is there a person that you want to see up more than her if you're a Calgary fan right now?
They're going to intentionally walk her, which is
they're going to
pretty good idea.
Yeah, probably
because the tying run's on third and it's with 2 out.
In the best interest, but this is
but
also
it's still critical because she does get the second and base hit wins the game, goes ahead.
Yeah,
gives them the lead, but she's so dangerous.
Yeah,
you want to give her that opportunity. You want to get beat by somebody else.
Nola Cleary coming up for the Calgary Adrenaline. One of the power hitters for this team, and when she catches it, it can go.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Bacher with a single, a double, 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, where Cleary's flied out twice and struck out. So
yeah,
you take your chances.
And Backer's got a home run in this tournament over the fence. So yeah, you want to stay away from her. But when you're looking at somebody batting third, that is not an easy out either. So 2 out, 1 ball. Gets a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, just like the Blue Jays walking here and Judge 3 times in their game intentionally, just trying to stay away from the damage.
Gets a second strike.
Going both, the perfect spot, just inside and low. And Cleary can't get her bat around.
Count 1 and 2, 2 out. Runners on first and third. Down by a run. Calgary sends it back, and it looks like that's it. The Twin City Angels have defeated the Calgary Adrenaline 4-3. And they will head...
Great decision by the coach.
Very good decision. They are well coached for sure. But that is how it all happened. We're going to come back and wrap it all up for you in just a moment. Twin Cities move on. Coming up right after this.
Ava Anderson, the MVP for Twin Cities.
Tune in for your chance to win big with Access Communications Children's Fund TV Bingo every Saturday at 5 with a prize board between $7,000 and $15,000. Cards are $14 with all proceeds going to the Access Communications Children's Fund. Watch and play every Saturday at 5 for your chance to win TV Bingo, only on AccessNow TV. This week's jackpot is $4,000 in 53 numbers or less.
2024 U15 Western Canadian Softball Championships here in the beautiful Battleford Flats, and this was a heck of a game. Lots of drama, lots of things to think about, lots of defensive play, good hitting, some interesting calls needed to be made by the umps, but in the end it was Twin City Angels defeating Calgary 4-3. Look at that catch by Julia Proudfoot.
just a lot of action in this game. A little bit of controversy. I loved it. Really fun to watch.
So with that, Twin Cities is going to face, it looks like Okanagan Elite, as we know it right now. They're down 8-0. But the final this afternoon, live here on Access Now Sports, will be at 1 o'clock. We know that it will either be Lacombe or Okanagan or the Twin City Angels. We're that close. But thanks for watching. Thanks to the crew. We will be back later on this afternoon with our championship, 2024 U15 Western Canadian Championships on Access Now Sports. Thanks for watching, everybody.
You just watched, contact us today or join the conversation on social media.